guys and dolls. So, Freedom Dad here, and I'm going from there to there, and on the move, and yeah, working hard. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody, every patriot right now on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook who are involved in the world of patriotism and getting the word out and bringing awareness to everybody in their local areas of what's coming and how what we have to do about it, and how talking about how the government are being silenced, and what they would call conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? But as we go forward, they're going to be realised and recognised as truths. So I never take enough time out. I always thank my followers and all for following me and subscribing and all the rest of it, but I never actually take time out to thank the men and women behind the scenes, the men and women who have got Facebook pages and TikToks that are working really hard right now, and the men and women who of Ulster that are sharing, and Ireland, that are sharing Freedom Dad stuff, liking it, and leaving comments, helping the algorithms. And what just the views is remarkable on some of the videos. And we've got to understand that this is what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's about recognizing everybody around us that's doing something, and to realize it is a movement. It is a peaceful movement. You know what I mean? And it's something that it's your legal right to complain and have an opinion, and recognize things in society that are damaging to your children and grandchildren going forward, and making other people aware of it, and trying to find a solution to stop it, i.e. mass immigration. And there's no getting away from the fact that it's a problem, and we're being gaslit, and it's a concerted effort by quite a lot of people in quite a lot of influential places to silence the majority who are going to rise up against what's being done to our country. And we're not at the majority yet, we're still in the minority. But please believe me, please believe me, every single thing that you do, everything that you uttered is a step forward in saving our country. No matter how small you may think it might be, whether it's just something that you've shared to Freedom Dad, sent them on Messenger or WhatsApp or on X, it's it's a small part, it's a small piece of a big picture. And the more people with the pieces, the quicker we're going to build that picture. It's as simple as that. And we it's going to be one of them things of, it's almost like a cliche, awakening people. And like I say, it's knowledge. Always remember, when you're awakening people, you're giving them knowledge, you're giving them information, which also gives them power. you know the key to this is knowledge is power. We're in the middle of an information explosion, which is out there. Between, if you thought we had information when the internet came along, imagine what you must think it's like now with AI. So I know a lot of you aren't into AI and are a bit weary of AI, but I'm going to repeat this: AI is a friend of the right. you know and only the people on the right that use AI know what I'm talking about. You can't hide the truth forever. You can hide it from the people in the public, and you can set up algorithms for AI. But when AI is able to look at things in the bigger picture, and you can ask it to look at it without this, and if that was not truthful and the government were lying about that, then what would the result be? You can get that. You can get that as well. You'll get all that information. You've just got to be clever and know what you're asking. You know, remember, the government have set it up. So when you say, for talk's sake, was the grooming gangs racially motivated? Were they racially motivated? Right, the grooming gangs. Right, AI will say no, because it's programmed to say no, because all the information out there says no, it wasn't. But when you ask AI to describe the victims, the first word they use is white. So then you ask AI, if it's not racially motivated, why was the first word you used white? And they will tell you the rest. So that's an example of how you can get around how the government have set up things for us not to go forward with the truth, and with the information that could save us. There is a way around it, and it's there for everybody to use. uh, like I say, I will do everything I can and bring every bit of knowledge that I can to the platform. But I also want people to remember that it's not just Freedom Dad. There's a team. There's drivers, there's security, there's researchers, believe it or not, and all for free. Nobody's asked a penny. And I've got people that care about me, look after me, and there's a wider family reaching out into social media, you know what I mean, that are there for Freedom Dad as well. And we're all there for each other, and we have an amazing community building up in Northern Ireland, and it's growing and growing and growing. And of course, we're going to get people coming against this, people trying to split us up, people trying to mix and talk a lot of nonsense. And, there's nothing we can do about that. But my advice is never get put off your path, question everything, and always make sure you get your facts right, and you can't go wrong, And like I say, guys, if it wasn't for you guys like me wouldn't be here. It only works if you are there supporting me, liking, sharing, commenting, and just giving me love. You know what I mean? And yes, I don't answer every comment. It's a lot. I've got a lot of comments and messages on so many different platforms. It is really difficult. And I do have people doing the best they can right now when I'm on the road and doing stuff. And we will get there, guys. We will get there. Everything will fit into place, and we have a plan, and we have goals and ambitions for our wee country. You know what I mean? And you're either on board, or you're either for maybe like or against maybe looking. That's all I'm going to say there. But the final thing is thank you everybody. Thank you all the patriots, all the Facebook pages, all the TikTokers are out there working away. You all know who you are. There's too many to mention, and I don't want to leave anybody out. But I see who's doing the most. I can see that, and as we go forward, you will be raised up on a pedestal. The amount of effort some people have put on, faceless, nameless, but working every day to get the word out. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you so much from my baby Lucky. I'm Freedom Dad. God bless.